Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakwakodash. I want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. And I want to say peace and salutations to the elect of Israel. To you all, I say Shalom. This is the brother Mayaka Allah from the GMS West Palm Beach camp, and Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the flock of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai. All right, and you just see on the screen, or you may have heard, that Israel so-called assassinated one of the leaders of so-called Hamas. Now, the reason I say so-called is because, we live in a time where there's a bunch of actors, a bunch of crisis actors. We're living in a time of Matthew 24, wars and rumors of wars. So not only are wars are physically going to be happening, but you're going to hear rumors of wars about to take place or that are taking place, right? Matthew 24, starting at verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? Right? And this is talking about the end of an age, the end of a rulership, man, the end of the world of the reign of Esau Edom, man. Because as the scripture says, the earth shall abide forever. So the earth is always going to be inhabited, man. There's always going to be people on the earth. Right? The entire planet is going to be destroyed. Right? That's Esau Edom false ass doctrine, or false science, when they tell you, oh, the sun is a ball of fire that's going to explode at any time, and that's what a supernova is. A supernova is when a star explodes. No, the scripture says that Israel is going to live forever. So as long as the sun and the moon abide, then the ordinances of the sun and moon are there, then the Lord's going to deal with Israel, man. All right, so if the sun and moon are going to survive forever, the earth is going to survive forever, because the earth is created to be inhabited, man. All right, let me go real quick to the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1, 1 and 4. One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever, right? There's no generations of the earth where the earth withers away and dies and a new earth is grown. No, none of that, man. Or there's no, the entire earth is going to come to complete destruction. That's not going to happen, man. I continue on Matthew 24 and 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, what shall these things be, and what shall the sign be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take no heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Mashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right. That was the Lord saying back then that the end is not yet. You're going to hear of wars and rumors of wars. Because countless of wars have been fought since the time Yahushua said this until the time of now, man. All right, so just because you see a war going off doesn't mean that Yahushua is right there. It's a bunch of signs that have to come together, not all at once, but a bunch of signs have to be fulfilled before the Lord returns, man. And the two major prophecies that we're waiting on outside of the big three, me personally, I call the big three the return of Yahushua, the peak of World War III. When I say the peak, I mean even on Babylon and the U.S. soil, and the MOTB, man, a mark of the beast, man, referred to in Revelation 13 and 16, which the Spirit revealed that it is the RFID chip, man. All right, these are the things that we're waiting for before we say, hey, Yahushua could return any day now. All right, so before, we know that Yahushua is not returning today because the MOTB hasn't been mandated. World War III hasn't gone out, man. All right, so we understand that we know what to look for through the Spirit, man. All right, but people in the world are going to continually be lost, or they're just going to stop looking altogether because, they're going to give up hope, man. Where is the promise of his coming, man? Let me jump back to this article. It says, Iran's leader orders attack on Israel for Haniyeh's killing, officials say. So now, I believe the Hamas leader was in Iran, and Israel performed a strike and killed him there. So now Iran is retaliating, saying, hey, we're going to strike on Israel because they attacked somebody on our soil. Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, ordered retaliation after a humiliating security failure as Iran once again balances showing strength against the risk of escalation. Right. So basically, and this guy wasn't no ordinary, so-called ordinary leader, man. That's the leader of Iran, the Ayatollah. But this is the guy that was allegedly the leader of Hamas, man. All right. So, and when you Google his name, when you Google his net worth, man, he's a billionaire. All right. So that's in this world, that's a major killing, man. Not only is the leader, the so-called leader of Hamas, which Hamas and Israel are going at war now. Not only is he the so-called leader of that, but he's a billionaire, which means he has connections and pull like most other people, not like most other people, man, and including Esau, man. So so when you take somebody like that out, there has to be repercussions, man. You can't just take out a so-called billionaire without any repercussions, man. All right, because the ripple effect that causes. All right, so now Iran is saying, hey, we got to attack Israel for what they did. So now you have Israel and Palestine going at it. Now you throw in Iran. This is the Lord preparing the kings of the East, all right? This is the Lord preparing for his arrival, man. Let me jump real quick to the book of Revelation, chapter 11. Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Right? This is referring to when you see that woe used in this precept, because woe really means death, destruction, misery. But in this precept right here, it's talking about the world war. The second world war is past, and behold, the third world war cometh quickly. And this is the time that we're in now, man. All right, because now you're starting to see, even though we're technically, myself and other brothers also mentioned that we're in World War III now, it just that hasn't been labeled as World War III. Because you have nations rising up against nations all throughout the four corners of the earth. Babylon is in the middle of 2 or 3 proxy wars right now. So now you're in the end of a so-called presidential cycle, end of a presidential term. So now they're getting ready to elect a new leader in the midst of 3 proxy wars, and Babylon's on the verge of electing a woman leader. It's over with, man. Do you really want a woman leader in the time of world war, man? But that would be the perfect scenario for Babylon to be destroyed. But me speaking as a man, I don't see this woman Kamala becoming president unless, when I say becoming president, I mean being voted in and being elected in, unless she becomes president by default, which would be if something happened to Biden, or he says that he's no longer physically able to fulfill his term, or if he gets taken out before his term ends, man. I think she will be set up as president, but not elected. As far as you watching the electoral votes, you're watching the counties count their votes. I don't see that happening. All right, but that's just me speaking as a man. The Lord does what He does. It's the Lord at the end of the day who sets up rulers and lets them rule. Or real quick, let me jump over to the book of Daniel, chapter 4. Daniel 4 and 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever He will, and set it up over it the basest of men. Right, so He sets up over the kingdoms the basis of men. The basis of men is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is referred to as the basis of men. All right, this is why the scripture talks about the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, which is why I don't see, me speaking as a man, I don't see a Elamite woman ruling the most powerful nation in the last days, man. All right, but if martial law is declared, she technically won't be ruling. The president won't be in power if martial law is declared. So even if she does win, right, martial law is declared, she's taking out the power seat, so she really won't be in charge. All right, but let me go back real quick to the book of Joel, chapter 3, and verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations, and pardon my land. Right, so this is the Lord talking about how he's going to gather all nations into the valley of Jehoshaphat, man. Yahweh Shaphat. This is where the Lord's going to really deal. When he says plead, when you go to the word plead, it means judge. This is where he's going to deal with these nations, man, and deal with their armies, man. This will basically be the spiritual recreation of Pharaoh chasing down the Israelites in ancient Egypt. Right? This would be the spiritual recreation of the destruction of the armies, man. Just like the Lord destroyed Pharaoh's army, the Lord's about to destroy the modern day Pharaoh's army, which is Babylon the Great, Esau, Edom. And even though it says all nations, so it's going to be a mixed multitude of heathens in the army, even some Jake is going to be mingled among them, right? It's really going to be Esau's army, because most armies on the earth, if not all, they claim they fight for their country, but they really fight for the Federal Reserve. All right, this is why also when you look at different nations and their military outfits and their uniforms, this is why they all wear almost the same thing. It's all camouflage, man. Not every nation's terrain is a camouflage terrain, man. You know, so it's really a symbol saying, hey, we're part of the system, man. All right. And we jump down to verse 9, Joel 3:9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, and let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Right? The Gentiles referring to this is referring to the heathen. It's not referring to scattered Jake or Jake that's in a Gentile state of mind. No, this is referring to every nation outside of the nation of the Israelites, man. This is talking about literal heathens. This is why verse 11 mentions heathen. All right, Joel 3:11, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord Yahweh. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Right? Because the Lord's going to return in the peak, in the height of World War III, man. All right? And this is where he's going to judge all nations, man. You know? And destroy them without holding any physical weapons, man. The Lord's going to make a speedy riddance of these people, man. Hey, the Lord's going to destroy America in 1 hour, man. All right? The Lord's going to destroy Babylon in 1 hour. It's light work, man. The most powerful nation in the world. The most powerful army in the world. The most wicked nation in the world of all time, right? The Lord's gonna do away with them in an hour, man. And it took what is it? What did they tell you? They tell you America was born in 1776. So if you do the math from then, well, really America is older than that, man. All right, but if you do the math from then, that's over 250 years, and America has been in power and has had dominance. So it took you 250 plus years to get to this level. The Lord's going to destroy you in an hour, man. It's light work, man. Joel 3:13, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Right? The Lord is tired of dealing with these people's wickedness, man. There's going to be a point of time where the Lord's going to say, all right, I've had enough. All right, my people are cried out enough. My people have been judged enough. All right, so the Lord's going to come down and gather his elect, you know, and get rid of 2/3 of our people, because 2/3 of our people have to be destroyed, man. There's no healing them, man. Only the Lord can heal them, but the Lord's going to heal them after death by pain. All right, but I'm going to wrap it up with that. Lord willing, lesson was edifying. Again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakwakadash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone that rule well. I want to give peace and salutation to the elect of Israel. Until next time, I want to say shalom and abad babal.